So the problem is, when you stick the pencil in, you can hear the motor trying to spin, but it just is stuck. To get the repair started, I put together a painfully long shot of me trying to remove 3 screws from the shell of this pencil sharpener. Sliding out the drawer that catches the pencil shavings and taking the back of the shell off. Here we take out the guts. And needless to say, make sure this thing isn't plugged in while you're doing any of this. I'm trying to spin around the gears by hand, and I think what happened here is the grease, when it gets old, it kind of acts like glue if it hasn't moved around for a while, and there's just too much friction, and I don't think that little motor was strong enough to get this thing spinning. Heading over to the air compressor to blow out the spiral gear that actually sharpens the pencil. It's got a bunch of shavings still crammed in it. Time to put on some new lubrication. I'm going to use some white lithium grease on the large plastic gears just because that's what I had around. And some basic 3-in-1 oil on the motor shaft. And just spinning this by hand, I can tell that there's a lot less friction. Everything's moving a lot smoother now. I realized while editing that you can't see where I'm putting the oil or the grease with that camera work. So I made this diagram that hopefully explains things a little better. Time to reassemble this thing. You gotta get the wires tucked in there properly underneath the mechanism, and the molded black plastic square around the wire needs to fit into the shell exactly so that the back of the shell can close on it properly. A little more bad camera work. Really exciting stuff here. Riveting. Really slam that thing down here. Not sure why. And it works. Here I am showing you a sharp pencil. Feel free to take a screenshot. In closing, I realized I didn't do any actual woodworking on this woodworking channel, so here's me drilling a hole into a piece of wood.